All right, welcome back to the SDA YouTube channel. I said the SDA Tuba YouTube channel. And today, I blessed Sabbath to everyone. A note: you rarely will see me post a video on Sabbath unless this is something that is like very huge to talk about. So, this video, something big to talk about. It's a foundational thing, I would say, for me and many others, and this is that an Amish man was raided on his farm by the feds, and yeah, let's just see how let's see what this is. I've already seen it, but I want you guys to have the video. This will be from Tucker Carlson's show. I like Tucker. I'm not conservative politically anymore. Lifestyle wise, I definitely am still conservative there. I'm not liberal or left leaning politically speaking. I'm on neither side. I won't vote for any politician, but I will vote on things like temperance, abortion, and things like that, or banning abortion, basically, really. So things like that I will vote for, of course. Sister White, she did that, and she even said for temperance, if you have to do it on the Sabbath, she said go ahead and do it. Yeah, so we're gonna get right into this video. So we will begin it in 3, 2, 1, start.
About it if it were not for Jeremy Lafredo, who works for Rebel News. He joins us tonight. Jeremy, thanks so much for coming on. This one story is kind of hard to believe. They're going after an Amish farmer. Who are they exactly?
We have the U.S. Marshal Service recently raided Amos Miller's organic and holistic farm, demanding he cease operations, and they charged him, as you said, with $300,000 of fines, economically crippling the man. And what's happening is you have the armed federal agents are demanding he stop food production because of the meat, and you have him saying, well, you know what, I want to keep farming. So you have this back and forth between the giant empire of the U.S. federal government and this tiny little farm in Birmingham, Pennsylvania.
So they went after gyms, organic farmers, and churches. So maybe they're against anything that's wholesome and edifying, that makes you stronger and healthier, and in favor of everything that diminishes you and makes you more dependent. I'm just sensing a theme here. Do you see this?
Yeah, and another thing the community says is that they're coming after Amos to set an example. They're coming after an independent, successful farmer who takes out the government middlemen and provides food directly to his community and his people. Now, by taking out the middleman, by taking out the government, you're taking power away and taking leverage away from the government and putting that power and leverage in the hands of the community and the farmers and the people. And another thing I'll add is Amos's farm doesn't use any gasoline or any fertilizer. Now, as you know, these commodities have become very expensive because of Biden's policies in regards to the war in Ukraine and Russia. So Amos has completely eliminated any risk coming from the international or domestic politics of the Biden administration. And, they're coming after him for it.
Maybe if he promises to put more chemicals in the milk that turn kids trans, they'll lay off. Did any of the federal marshals decline to raid an Amish organic farm on principle, or did they all just go along with this? Do you know?
All I know is that many federal agents did not decline to go and did go along with it and raided the farm and took inventory of Amos's farm to make sure that he doesn't sell or produce any more meat.
We're for law enforcement, broadly speaking, but there's such a thing as conscience, okay? And they should not have gone along with this. When they tell you to raid an organic Amish farm, that's when you bow out, okay? I would say. And Jeremy, I appreciate your story that you did. It's shocking to believe it's real, but it is. We're thankful that you came.
So as we just saw from the video, an Amish man, his farm was raided. They took all the products from him to severely wound him. I can't remember. I just watched it. I don't know why. I can't remember. I don't think it said what happened. He's facing a $250,000 to $300,000 fine from them, and could be facing jail time for what? Raising up your own living having your own provisions, having actual true freedom from the government. Let me know what you think about that. But if this is not a sign of what God says, that we should not be in the city, we should not be in the cities, we should not be in the suburbs, we should be out in the country field, out in the countryside. You should have a house with property, whether that's 1 acre to 100 plus acres. Not many people have that, but still, to make your own provisions. I know so many of people that are going to react to this, and they're going to be like, they're targeting them, but they're not going to say what would be a real solution for it. You want to know what's be a real solution for this? Because this really would affect them if this starts happening to multiple farmers like this. Not even Amish. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be affected because you're dependent on them to ship it out to stores. Stop doing that. Don't do that. Get your own farm property. I'm tired of hearing this stuff. It's going to affect you. Why not stop that then? Get actual real freedom. Move out into the country. Start learning how to grow your own food. Now, for me, I wouldn't do the meat part because plant-based, of course, but still, get out of there and get out of that reliance on the grocery stores and all that. Get out of the cities. Just do that. That's the easy solution. God will guide you through it. Adam and Eve, they had to learn how to do it. I mean, obviously they're the first two, so cities didn't exist. Let's go with another one. Enoch. Cities had existed by then. From the line of Cain, they built cities. What did Enoch do? Enoch, he lived out on the farms, or fields at least. He lived out in the countryside, and guess what he would do? His work and preaching, be in the city, he'd go back home to his farming spot. He had to depend on the cities, any of the stores to get food. Maybe depending on them to get tools, that's fine. Getting tools, I think that's fine in the cities to go get, but not food. There's a serious food crisis that is on its way. If you do not think that, you're in for a rude awakening, and God wants us to set provisions, not just for ourselves, but for our neighbors around us, helping out, or even passing Christian brethren that are going on the road, they need a place to stay. You give them a room, provide food, there you go. Or if they choose to stay with you, you guys do it together. So this is just a clear evidence of that. Going back with the prophet Enoch, even the other prophets did that. They lived out in the farm fields. They didn't live in the cities like that. No. It's a true independence from the government. I hear a lot of conservatives talk about freedom and stuff. Well, you're still being bound up though. You're not out in the country. You're living just like everybody else. If you want to really go conservative, you get out of the cities and go into the farm fields and you start growing your own food. Christ talked about that there would be famines and pestilence before his second coming. There is a way that you can, set yourself and your household up for that time, growing your own foods. I mean, I bet you this is going to become more prevalent and more repetitive now that they're going to start doing these things. I still find it funny that they did that to an Amish farmer. The Amish don't really mess with regular society like that. I don't know why you would do that. I have a good amount of respect for the Amish. They're very modest. They live out on the farms. They have huge families, as you can see evident in many families in the Bible. Which means you have more than 2 kids and all that. And it's actual real community there. In the Adventist church, there's many who have gone from being an Amish to Adventist, and they talk about it. Their testimonies are fantastic. I'd highly recommend you look it up on YouTube. Amish to conservative, Amish to Adventist testimony, and you'll hear this stuff. And I have a lot of respect for them. But what just happened with this is not good at all. This is a real invasion of freedom. Because this man is living the dream, if you ask me. I see all the people out in the cities, maybe with a nice looking car. I'm not a sedan person. I don't like sedans at all. Give me an SUV or a truck. that's besides the point. You know, out in the cities, you know, just all nicely and stuff. And this is the quote unquote good life, nice living the dream. It's not. It's not. That stuff's all gonna be washed away. You see what's happening with the gas prices. You see what's happening with these food shortages. You're not living any dream. You're about to live a nightmare very soon if you don't reform and move out of where you're from or where you're at. So I just recommend everybody, please get out of the cities before it's too late. Before it's too late. Don't wait. And if you can't, start doing it in your backyard. Front yard even. I mean, neighbors might be thinking, what's going on with you guys? Who cares what they think? Do it. I mean, you can definitely learn how to farm and things like that. But this is definitely just something not good at all, man. Not good at all. I hate to hear it. I watched 2 Adventist ministries online. One did it yesterday, and one I literally just watched probably about like 30 minutes ago. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think about this. I know this may be a little bit more recent. I don't hear any conservatives really talking about it. I'm not really trying to say that to like call them out or anything, but to me, if you really were conservative, you would actually be doing this type of more of this lifestyle, providing for yourself with growing your own foods in the country and stuff. But they're not. It's more of a modern conservatism type thing. Not really. They say they're conservative with their mouth, but the lifestyle says something else. So that's besides the point. Continue to spread this message of getting out of the cities and suburbs and getting out into the country, so you can provide provisions for your household and for those that may come by, or your neighbors or fellow brethren as well. Continue to enjoy the rest of this Sabbath. This is just a very special video to come out. This won't happen that often. So blessed Sabbath to you all, and God be gracious unto everyone. See you guys later.